Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to DotaGodTV, and I'm your favorite patch analysis, Hanson. Thank you everyone. So today, as we know, we're gonna do a patch analysis on patch 7.18, which is just released a moment ago. I don't know, maybe a few hours ago, because I just woke up and I just woke up and handled my other business, and by the time when I switch on Dota 2, this is what I saw today. Another new patch. I thought they're gonna stop patching it so often, like they're gonna delay the patch a little bit, but seems like they're still patching it every 2 weeks. But let's get into it. I'm so tired doing patch notes every 2 weeks. I mean, it's a bit too frequent in my opinion. I think they should patch every like 1 month. I think it's acceptable, 1 or 2 months, because I think the casual players at home that plays like 3 games a week or like less than 10 games a week, they will be struggling with the patch notes, because they spend more time on patch notes than playing the game itself. Let's say if someone plays only like less than 10 games a week, and every 2 weeks there's a fucking patch, so every 20 games you have to readjust less than 20 games per 2 weeks. You know, you have to readjust your playstyle according to the new patch. So my friend here, Gordon, is telling me like Necro buff is Imba and Pudge hook range is 1.3k. I haven't read through the whole thing yet, so I'm not sure, but let's get into it. First of all, item changes. Eon disc cooldown increase from 90 to 115. It's about 2 minutes. That's 1.5 minutes to almost 2 minutes. This will have a significant impact on the Eon disc, so that like high awaken, so that when like your enemies are pushing your high ground with like 3 or 4 Eon discs, at least they can be, at least the cooldown is longer now. This thing is really good in a way, but really annoying in a way as well. Especially when you try and end the game, you want to end the game fast. I think Icefrog wants to delay the game a little bit more, but now they nerf Eon disc, so that this thing is not as annoying as before. It's close to 2 minutes now. I don't think a team fight will last more than 2 minutes, but 1.5 minutes sometimes it does. You know, especially when you're like pushing or forcing a high ground tower or Rex, it will last more than 1.5 minutes. But 2 minutes, maybe that's a bit too long for like a squishy support like Crystal Maiden, or like for tankers like maybe X, you know, and stuff. To reinitiate and reinitiate again in 2 minutes is really hard. That's kind of a big nerf on Eon disc. I think it started with like 100. I think it's about 120 minutes, and then it keeps getting buffed over and over again until everyone buys Eon disc. Do you remember me, bro? It was you. Because of you, I got 30 TI7 levels waiting for prediction part. Hey, yeah, of course I remember you, Awaken. And thanks for the compliment. I really appreciate it. I hope I can help you guys again this year in the prediction to get more levels. I think I did kind of a good job for the qualifiers and stuff. I know I got 6 out of 10 right already, and some games are still going. I haven't checked a few more. I could get like 7 to 8 out of 10 predictions right for the qualifying predictions. Echo Saber's strength bonus increase from 10 to 12. Damage bonus reduce from 15 to 12. Slow duration increase by 0.1 second. Oh my god. So this is just a rebalance on Echo Saber, I think. More towards a strength hero item than any hero can buy this item, you know what I mean? Thank you, man. Have you watched the my prediction video of Awaken for the qualifiers? Like this one? Did you follow this one or were you late? I'm not sure if EG and Blinkpool are gonna make it. I'll talk about this at the end of the video. I'll just summarize a little bit at the very end of this video. Hands of Midas cooldown reduced again from 95 to 90. Like, they keep buffing Hand of Midas. It's like they want everyone to have Hand of Midas, including the supports. I mean, 1.5 minutes is not too bad even for supports to rush Hand of Midas. We're gonna see a lot more Hand of Midas, especially in our solo MMR game. I think higher tier, lower tier people are gonna buy more Hand of Midas because of the cooldown time is actually legit for support. I think right now. Might as well just make it a 60-second Hand of Midas so that everyone in the world, even like Crystal Maiden or Dazzle or AA has to get Hand of Midas, but now everyone has to get Hand of Midas because the cooldown time is actually really beneficial for like even support players, because supports is like you will struggle with gold buying wards in this patch because they nerfed the bounty rune. So one of the way to come back is probably to get Hand of Midas early so that you can catch up with your levels and your farm, especially in this patch since they nerfed the bounty rune. I think Hand of Midas is a good item for supports now. But I don't know how fast can you farm for the first 10 minutes before you get Hand of Midas. I think for any support you can get Hand of Midas if you can get it within 20 minutes. I think it's good in this patch because the game usually lasts around at least 35 to 65 minutes. I mean, most of the pop games will be around 35 to 65 minutes average. So Hand of Midas is actually legit in this patch. If you can get it within 20 minutes on a support, I think it's still cool because people prior farm. So a good thing to look into. Orb of Venom, damage per second reduced from 5 to 3 on range heroes. So now Valve doesn't want any range heroes to buy Orb of Venom. I think might as well. First, Orb of Venom doesn't build into a what do you call that? Skadi anymore, right? And then now they nerfed the damage. Might as well just remove this item. Like, fuck Orb of Venom, you know. I don't think many people buy this item anymore. By the way, Millstorm chain lightning damage reduce from 170 to 160. Nerfed by 10 damage. It's still a good item though on most heroes. I mean most cores. Still a good item. Hero changes. Abaddon base movement speed increased from 305 to 310. That's a good buff on Abaddon. Slightly buff, but good enough. Good enough. Alchemist Grivel's Greed gold bonus cap increased 16, 20, 24, 28 to 20, 24, 28, 32. That's a lot. $4 gold per creep per level. Damn. 4 extra gold? That means 10 creeps he will get extra 40 gold. That's a lot in my opinion. Like, that's a lot for Alchemist. And Grivel's Greed stack duration increased from 30 seconds to 40. That's even easier to let him get like the max goal cap. Fuck it. It feels like Cancer Alchemist is gonna be back in the higher tier, especially in the higher tier MMR, not so much in the lower tier, because lower tier players are still struggling on flash farming, but I think the higher tier will have a way into it. And you know, if let's say if you're playing a Crystal Maiden, so you're farming one of the big camp, stacking the medium camp for Alchemist, and stacking the ancient for Alchemist. Or Alchemist usually he can stack the ancient camp by himself. Let's say we're on Radiant, right? So you're Crystal Maiden. You stay behind. You stay in between the mid and the large camp, and then you stack the mid camp and farm the large camp, right? With Crystal Maiden it's easy. And then Alchemist will stack his own ancient camp. This will be so broken, man. In like 20 minutes, Alchemist can get like 6 slaughtered easily. With this buff, we're gonna see a 20 minutes 6 slaughtered Alchemist. At least 5 slot. I think. This is gonna be so broken. Mid Alchemist is back, I think. But in order to pull this off, like a mid Alchemist, your other lane has to pick strong laners. For example, you need to have Viper, you know, or Juggernaut, or something that can sustain in the lane by themselves, so that you can buy enough time for Alchemists to stack and farm at the same time. Damn. If you're an Alchemist player, congratulations. Alchemist is gonna be back. Ice Blast, AA Ice Blast duration increased from 8, 9, 10 to 9, 10, 11. 1 second per level. That's not gonna be a huge impact, but I mean, you're gonna get Aghanim's anyway. And when you get Aghanim's, it's gonna be a permanent 17 seconds. But before you get Aghanim's, you see, when they buff the Midas, they indirectly they're gonna buff Alchemist and AA as well, because heroes that buys a Midas will benefit a lot from it. I think Alchemist can go Midas now, since the cooldown is so low. Damn, Alchemist with the Midas will be so broken this patch. AA will be really good to play with because of the Midas buff. Like, you're gonna get more gold and experience. And I think you have a gold talent on AA as well, so get the gold talent, so you have gold from your gold and you go for your Midas, and then you can get into your Aghanims, Kaya, you know, and Refresher quicker. Bane, Fiend's Grip cooldown increase. From 100 to 120, 110, and 100. Fiend's Grip is his ultimate, and now it has 20-second extra cooldown on level 1, which makes him a little bit less powerful. This hero is still really good if given the right draft to play with. This hero is still very, very strong. Beastmaster, while X's mana cost increase from 80 to 80, 85, 90, 95. This is a reasonable nerf on Beastmaster, because this hero is so broken. I haven't tried play Beastmaster a few times in the previous patch, and this hero is broken as fuck. It's so strong. Nerfing the mana cost is Like, you want him to be strong, okay? This is what you want. You want Beastmaster to be a strong offlaner, but nerfing his mana cost means he's less cancerous on pressuring the lane, which is reasonable in my opinion. I mean, he's too overpowered. He can throw like 5 X's at level 5. Easy 5 X's. And no one can farm in the lane because first, he get damage buff from the X. Second, the X has a really long distance. And third, it can cut down trees, so it prevents heroes that hide in the tree lines or utilizes the tree line to juke or to hide, like Pudge, Monkey King and stuff. So this hero is really good. I mean, in most way. Primal Roar cooldown increase 80 75 70 to 90 80 70. I think this is a reasonable nerf as well, because as soon as you get level 6 it's a pain in the ass to deal with. Like, you don't even need anyone else in your lane. You just need to solo off lane with Beastmaster, and this guy is so strong. Talents: level 10 talent reduce from plus 25 movement speed to plus 20. Level 15 talent reduce from plus 7 armor to plus 6. I think they're kind of trying to nerf the armor talent now. They feel like they're giving too much armor. Level 20 talent reduced from 100 wall X damage to plus 80. I think that's reasonable. I think this is a reasonable nerf on Beastmaster. He's still strong in lane, don't get me wrong. It's just that he needs a little bit more resource to make him viable, you know, or probably a strong dual lane, instead of making this guy like overpowered in the off lane. You can even play the safe lane Beastmaster. He's so strong. I mean, once you get level 6, he's OP. Bloodseeker talents: level 10 talent reduced from plus 8 armor to plus 6. I don't think plus 8 armor is really strong on Bloodseeker. It's not like really game-changing strong, because you still need to deal with magic damage most of the time. But I think they probably think they over buffed the armor talent, and now they're reducing by 2 on Bloodseeker's level 10 talent. Probably no one takes the attack speed anymore. Or maybe 90% will take the armor buff, because plus 8 armor is actually really significant, especially when you're tanking towers and tanking like a huge creep wave, or heroes that produce like a huge creep wave, like Chen or Enigma, you know, something like that, or Broodmother. This would be a complete counter to Broodmother, man. This is so OP. Centaur Warrunner base strength increased by 2. That's a good buff on Centaur, I think. It's still a little bit, it feels a little bit too squishy as a tanker. Like Centaur, I don't know, but he's like one of the squishier one. Even Night Stalker is like 10 times more tankier than a Centaur right now. But when they increase by 2, maybe it's a different story now. And it's better against like heroes like PA and stuff. Chen Holy Persuasion. Cast range reduced from 900 to 600. Sandbag delay rescale from 6543 to 6. Cooldown increase from 10 to 32 24 18 10. Are you serious? You're nerfing a hero that's already really weak. Really weak. And now you're nerfing it a little bit more? I mean, that's like a huge nerf. A really huge nerf. Clings, strafe, cooldown, reduce. What? A 15 seconds buff at level 1 on clings? On strafe? 15 seconds buff? Are you serious, Icefrog? I think he just wants clings in a person. I think we can start spamming clings now. He's getting buff every single patch. And with clings, like, you can push tower a lot more quicker. And you know how broken clings is? It's like he's so strong even with the medallion. Like, just get a medallion and start killing everyone. And then if your enemy has like heroes with evasion like Wind Ranger or PA, you know, heroes that benefits from evasion, just get a fucking Solar Crest and rape everyone, you know, in the early game. Because Solar Crest gives you True Strike anyway. And evasion, that's really beneficial when you're going against heroes with evasion are usually right clickers like Wind Ranger and PA. So get a Solar Crest, a Soul Ring, and you can dominate the lane easily. Strafe mana cost reduced by 15. Oh my god. 15 seconds buff, 15 mana cost buff. This hero is getting more and more broken now. Clockwork, power clocks, burn damage reduce from 80, 120, 160, 200 to 50, 100, 150, 200. Less mana burn now. Another nerf on Clockwork. Is this hero really that broken? I don't really think so, man. I don't think he's really that broken. I mean, he's good if you use him in the right way, like with the right draft and the right counter picks for your enemy team. I think Clockwork is pretty decent, but not to the extent that you need to nerf his power clocks. I mean, I don't know, man. It feels weird to me. Nerfing the wrong hero. Crystal Maiden, Crystal Nova, damage increase from 100, 150, 200, 250 to 130, 170, 210, 260. That's a good buff on Crystal Maiden. So now you can take level 1 Crystal Nova and do more damage. Oh my god, I'm gonna spam Crystal Maiden now. Arcane Aura self mana regen increase. Oh my god. If you're a support position 5-4 player, I think Crystal Maiden is a good hero to spam now. She's already good, don't get me wrong. She's already good, but now it's even better. I think this is gonna help her get to like a 60% win rate in this patch. This is just awesome, man. So supports usually, why do I say so? Because this is a heavy farming patch, right? And a heavy laning patch. Crystal Maiden can root the enemies, and then now they're nerfing her nuke, magic nuke. So she have better magic nuke. That means she's stronger in lane. She have a disable skill. Her second skill is like a root somehow, and root stun. So you can use that to disable your enemy, as well as using the second skill to farm the jungle camp, especially on the big creeps, which is really good on Crystal Maiden. And now they buff her Arcane Aura again, so probably you just need some clarities at the beginning. Farm a few big creeps in the jungle camp, and then start rotating into the lane and start killing everyone. I mean, most supports lack jungling ability, but not Crystal Maiden. She can farm in the jungle pretty fast. With this buff on her skill 1 and Arcane Aura, you can do that. You can just play a jungle Crystal Maiden, get a Midas, and start snowballing. I mean, it sounds cheap on paper. I mean, before this patch, it sounds useless because Midas have a longer cooldown. You know, she doesn't have enough mana to sustain. But now I think you can probably, just get level 3 in lane and rotate into the jungle, or level 2, and then you can probably get like less than 10 minutes you can farm a Midas by yourself with a Crystal Maiden. And then you rotate back and forth, like you can just try and protect your safe lane carry while farming in the jungle right now more efficiently, especially when you can get a Midas a lot earlier. And with the magic nuke buff, you can farm the small cam faster, if you know what I mean. So probably you want level 1 on her Frostbite, and 2 levels on Crystal Nova, and 2 levels on Arcane Aura at level 5. So you're gonna go for a 2-1-2 build on CM, which really makes sense to me right now. 2-1-2 or a 1-1-3. Sounds good to me, a 1-1-3 build. But if you want to farm like a little bit more efficient in the jungle, probably you want to go 2-1-2. I mean, that'll get you quicker farm. And a level 6, of course, you take your ultimate. And if you have a big stack when you're level 6 as Crystal Maiden, you can just use your ultimate and clear the whole fucking camp. And just get your, what you want to do now is at level 6, you want to go to level 6 as fast as possible, and then clear your stack, and then get a hand of Midas. That's what you want for before 10 minutes mark. And then you can create a big impact in the game. Damn. I mean, it's just, maybe I overrated, but trust me, we're gonna see a 60% win rate on Crystal Maiden if people know how to do this right. I think most people will. Even if you go for a 1-1-3 build, you're really strong in lane, plus you buff your mana across the whole map, which is global. I mean, this is the next, if you're playing support, this is gonna be the next hero to spam. No doubt. She has such a strong presence in the game right now. Dark Willow, Bramble Maze, total damage increase from 100, 150, 200, 250 to 140, 180, 220, 260. This is a good buff on Dark Willow at level 1 especially. So, but the cooldown is still really big. If I'm not wrong, I think the cooldown for Bramble Maze is like 45 seconds or something. Easy over 40 seconds, so this is a good buff, but not as broken as this one, because Crystal Maiden's cooldown is only like few seconds. 10 seconds. Around 10 seconds, plus minus. Curse Crown mana cost reduced. 100, 120, 140, 160 to 80, 100. So basically they're reduced by 20 per level for Curse Crown. So we're gonna see a lot more. Probably not in the lower tier, but the higher tier, Curse Crown can be really good because it's an AoE stun, which is really good against like and you usually keep it at level 1, so you're gonna like benefit from this less 20 mana cost in lane. Let's say you have a dual lane support, Dark Willow with Crystal Maiden. I mean, the enemy is gonna get perma stun, and Dark Willow level 1 Curse Crown. Oh, we can see the cooldown here. Bramble Maze cooldown at level 1 is 34 seconds. Curse Crown cooldown is 18 seconds. So if you get Crystal Nova has a 4.5 seconds duration slow. So you're gonna slow your enemy for 4.5 seconds, and you drop a Curse Crown on them, and it's gonna be an AoE stun, right? That doesn't do damage, so it doesn't push the creep wave, but it stuns the enemy if they try and stick together. if they don't, you can still pick them off. So at level 3, if you're doing a dual lane combo with Crystal Maiden and Dark Willow, it will be so broken. Damn, because Crystal Maiden gives mana, and you can spam Curse Crown every 18 seconds at level 1. And Crystal Maiden just give extra mana, and then Crystal Nova on top of that. And if you take Bramble Maze at level 1, I mean at level 3, a dual lane support combo with CM and Dark Willow at level 3 will be so fucking broken. Oh my god. But it doesn't, they both don't scale too good into the late game, so that's something you need to consider. Like if you're doing that dual lane, probably you need a Drow Ranger so you can push fast and end the game within like 30 minutes. That's what you want. Dazzle base damage spread reduce. So that's rebalance on his base damage. Poison touch damage rescale from 10, 24, 20, 38, 52 to 16, 28, 40, 52. That is a huge buff to me on Dazzle. As a Dazzle player, I really appreciate that. It's just gonna make Dazzle so much stronger in lane with a level 1 poison touch. Level 1 poison touch is gonna be so OP right now. Let's say we're doing a dual lane Dazzle Crystal Maiden combo. Oh my god. One gives mana, one gives HP. I mean, this is really strong. Death Prophet, base armor reduced by 1. Another nerf, because too many pro players are picking Death Prophets, especially in the higher tier. I mean, poor Death Prophet. She's been nerfed every single patch since I don't know when. And people are still picking Death Prophet for some reason. Doom base movement speed reduced from 285 to 280. I think that's reasonable. Sometimes Doom can be really cancerous. Dragon Knight level 15 talent reduced plus 35 damage to plus 30. Do we? I seldom play Dragon Knight now. Oh yeah, plus 35 is the go-to talent. Slight nerf. I don't think that's gonna do like a big difference, but well, let's consider no nerf. Earth Spirit strength gain increase. Finally! Oh my god! Since I think they nerfed Earth Spirit since last year when they released patch 7.0, but now this is the first time in Dota history, I mean in 2 years, that Earth Spirit gets a fucking buff. Damn, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Earth Spirit gets a buff, because no one fucking plays him anymore, huh? Valve, just remove this hero if you really hate this hero so much. Earthshaker base HP regen increase from 2 to 2.5. Base movement speed increase 305 to 310. Enchant Totem Scepter cast range increase from what? 900 to 1100. Okay. Echo Slam echo damage increase from 60, 85, 110 to 70, 90, 110. Okay, a bit stronger in the earlier level, which I think Echo Slam is underpowered in the earlier levels right now. Echo Slam waves are no longer disjointable, so you can't blink after the projectile is released from the Echo Slam with like a Queen of Pain or a Blink Dagger with or Anti-Mage. You'll still get hit, but this is like, is this the first buff on Earthshaker like since last TI? Okay, so they nerf Earthshaker so much that nobody plays it anymore, and now they've tried and buff it back to make it viable again. I think they buff it last patch and this patch. This is a 2 patch since TI7 that they buff an Earthshaker. Thank you, GH, for not picking this for a long time. Because it's really unplayable. Like, I mean, it's really weak. Or probably it has the lowest win rate at the moment in the pro scene. Amber Spirit Fire Remnant charge restore time increased by 3 seconds. This is still an Imba spirit. Still Imba. Enchantress attack range increase 550 to 575. Alright. Enchantress, I actually this year is quite controversial. With the right counterpick with Enchantress, like especially if you're dealing with a safe lane lifestealer, an offlane Enchantress can be so strong against a lifestealer. Lifestealer cannot kill this hero, and this hero is like 100% counter to a lifestealer. So in some situations, Enchantress is still really good, but it's only in some situations, like for example lifestealer, right? And untouchable attack slow increase. And probably this hero is also really good against Doom, but usually you won't pick a safe lane Enchantress right now. Like nobody does it. It's not strong enough as a position 1 core, but definitely Enchantress is a really good offlaner. Solo offlaner even, or dual offlaner. Still strong against some of the core heroes, like other than Lifestealer, I can think of as like some hero that use illusion as well, like Terrorblade, because you can enchant his illusion and damage him back, and slow his attack speed by leveling up Untouchable first, so that Terrorblade cannot, you know, just right click down Enchantress in the earlier game. Untouchable attack slow increase from minus 20, 60, 100, 140 to minus 20, 70, 120, 170. I think this is, yeah, they need to buff Untouchable a little bit more. I think they're gonna buff it a little bit more the next patch, because this is the only reason, or the biggest reason why you play Enchantress is because you want to utilize Untouchable in the early game against strong right clickers like Troll, PA, Terrorblade, you know, Lifestealer, like heroes that utilizes their right clicks to zone you off. You want a hero like this to sustain in the offlane. Impetus damage increased 14, 18, 22 to 16, 20, 24. I think this is a reasonable buff. I think she needs another buff on Untouchable and Impetus, maybe the next patch, especially Untouchable. Enigma Midnight Pulse damage increase 3.75, 4.5, 5.25 to 3.75, 4.25, 4.75, 5.25. So increase. So his level 1 Midnight Pulse is like level 2 right now. So starting with his level 2 and upskilling to the original level 4 Midnight Pulse. I think this is I mean, this is a bit overpowered in this patch for now, for what I think. And Midnight Pulse duration rescale from 11 seconds to 9, 10, 11, 12. The hell? So I think Valve wants us to play like probably a laning Enigma now, an offlane Enigma, or a support or a roaming support Enigma. By doing this, it makes him so much stronger with a level 1 Midnight Pulse in lane, pressuring either the offlaner, zoning the offlaner off, or zoning out the safe laner. I mean, this is broken. 3.75 at level 1. Oh, but they reduced the duration, okay, to 9 seconds, from 11 to 9 seconds, so that's okay. So they increase the damage per second, but reduce the overall duration, right? So I think it's still considered as a buff to me. Midnight Pulse cooldown rescale from 35 to 50, 45, 40, 35. I mean, this is reasonable because this is so strong now. You need a longer cooldown. Mana cost rescale 95, 110, 125, 140 to 75, 95, 115, 135. Okay, this, after reading this, this 4 changes in Midnight Pulse, I'm pretty sure that now we're gonna see pros doing either like a position 5 Enigma or a roaming Enigma. I mean, I can't be wrong on this one. The mana cost is only 75. Alright, although the cooldown is 50 seconds at level 1. And it's a 9 seconds duration. But it's doing 3.75 damage per second. At level 1. So what you need to do is take his Midnight Pulse and then take Malefice. Level 1. And then you can just pressure any lane you want. So with Malefice and Midnight Pulse, I think you can at least keep your enemies in your Midnight Pulse if you can position the Midnight Pulse in the correct angle. You should be able to do at least a 3-second damage in Midnight Pulse, and it can be a hard counter to heroes like Trian, Pudge, a Night Stalker, or what do you call a Monkey King, because it just cuts down the tree in a very large AoE, right? And it counters all the hero that utilizes the tree line to hide, or heroes that jump on trees like Monkey King. This is a really good counter pick now against heroes like Train, Monkey King and stuff. I think this is good because Enigma is only like picked because of his black hole. Now you have a second reason to pick Enigma because of his Midnight Pulse, and you can utilize it at level 1 in the earlier stages. I think this is good. This is really good for captains in the pro scene, especially like Kuro and, you know, all those big captains. They can now think, they pick a Trian and a Monkey King. Let's go for Enigma. Position 5 or 4. So we can keep them pressure, and they can never juke us in the tree line, you know, or Pudge can never hide in behind the trees and try to hook. And we don't need an observer because probably, you know, their heroes probably, you know, sometimes you have a Riki with a Calling Blade and a sentry ready because they know you're gonna drop a sentry or an observer, you know, just to scout them out. But they're ready, and now you're even ready with Enigma. Just fucking cut the trees, and they have to move somewhere else, right? So I think this is good. This is very good. I might try and play this as a roaming support, or a position 5 Enigma. Talents. Talent increase from 120 to 150 gold at level 15. That's another reason why you can pick Enigma now. It's so good. At level 15, his other talent is 15% cooldown reduction. I would go for 150 gold per minute over the cooldown reduction. I mean, for me, for you guys, maybe you want the cooldown reduction. It depends. But if you're playing a position 4 and 5 Enigma, this is another reason why you can go for a roaming support Enigma. 4, 5 Enigma. You don't need a Midas anymore, right? You don't need a Midas to jungle forever anymore. This is good. Level 20 talent increase 400 health to 500 health. Level 25 talent increase from +4 Malefice instance to +5. Nah, you wouldn't take you still wouldn't take this at level 25 because Malefice, unless they do like an AoE Malefice. +5 Malefice instance at level 25 when your enemy already has Eon Disc and BKB. It's just useless, man. You rather get +8 demonic conversion Eidolons so that you can push or siege the high ground or farm in the jungle or, you know, anti-push a lane than to get a +5 Malefice instance. Because I mean, let's be realistic. How are you gonna get 8 Malefice instance and in a late game when you're level 25 Enigma? Unless you snowball and get level 25 in like less than 30 minutes on an Enigma, then at least you can do that on a support. But otherwise, even the supports will have like level like a BKB or an Eon Disc just to counter that shit, right? Let's be realistic, man. Valve, you should maybe do an AoE Malefice or something. That sounds more legit. I mean, you can do a small AoE, you don't have to do like a big AoE Malefice. Invoker talents, level 10 talent increase. So overall, I think Enigma will be a good 4 or 5 hero to play in this patch. I mean, until I try it out, I'll never know. But on paper, it looks like it's really good as a 4 or 5. Invoker talents, level 10 talent increase from +0.5 tornado lift time to +1.25. Damn! At level 10? Crosswax Invoker? +1.25 at level 10. I don't play Invoker much. You guys tell me, what is this? I mean, this sounds like a black hole to me for Invoker. Or maybe not a black hole, but, you know, AoE disable +1.25 seconds. That's like a song, like the Naga Song of Siren already. Like, probably very close timing for your whole team to catch up and just do a good combo. Let's say I have an Enigma. If this have what +1.25, I can just take my time, slowly walk in without a Bling Dagger, use my Midnight Pulse, and then my Black Hole. Boom! Damn. Level 15 talent change from +2.5 seconds cold snap duration to -12 seconds cold snap cooldown. What? This sounds like a Crosswax Invoker to me, right? Extra tornado lift time, cold snap cooldown. So what's his original cooldown on cold snap? Maybe I need some help from pro Invoker players on my channel right now. So what does this mean? What's the cooldown after 12 seconds cold snap cooldown? Is that a perma-stun? Hey, Zubin Zahir. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a long time, dude. Since Fantasy Card Challenge for TI7. Damn, time flies. Yeah, it's almost a year now. Since the last thing. Diego Barrios Parker 1 Resident Sleeper. Yeah, good to see you too, Zubin Zahir. Any pro Invoker players on my channel right now, please tell me what's the total tornado leaf time +1.25 and cold snap duration when you have a last 12 seconds cooldown on cold snap duration. Fuck, this sounds broken to me, right? So I think he has the tornado cooldown at level... Is it level 15? Where's the tornado cooldown? Oh, at level 25. Minus 16 seconds. And then now he has a cold snap cooldown at level 15. I mean, that shit is broken, man. If you have a 12 seconds cooldown, what's the cooldown right now? What's the original cooldown for cold snap? This sounds broken, man. I mean, it sounds really broken. I mean, I think cold snap has already like a really low cooldown, but we can't see it here. See, that's the problem with Invoker. You can't learn the skills from here. You have to go into demo mode. Let's check in demo mode. Fuck this. I really want to test this out. So what's the cooldown? So the original cooldown is 20 seconds. If you take tornado lift time, I know tornado lift time scales in the level, right? I mean, according to the level. So what's the tornado cooldown right now? 14 seconds? Okay, that's level 25, right? But what's the cold snap cooldown? Let's do it. 8 seconds cooldown. So at level 15, if you're playing a Cross Wax Invoker and at level 15 you take cold snap cooldown, and you can play Invoker like a Crystal Maiden. Let's see how fast. And then R, boom, lift time. That's 1.25. And then cold snap. Oh, so you can cold snap. So you can cold snap an enemy. And then leave. And then tornado. And when by the time they drop, you cold snap again. Damn! 1v1 permastun. Oh lord, this is a... Are they trying to move, like... Are they trying to create, like, bring back the Crosswax Invoker again? What do you guys think? I think it feels to me like we're gonna see some Crosswax Invoker. Invoker pro players, please let me know in the comments. Or if you think otherwise. I think this is gonna bring back some good memories of Crosswax Invoker. Oh, I would try a Crosswax Invoker in my game later when I finish this video and go back to Twitch. Yes, I might try it out. IO relocate now has channel time instead of cost delay. Huh? Nani? What the fuck does channel time means? That means he cannot move? Are you serious, Valve? Oh, poor IO. Let's try this. I mean, this sounds really stupid.
rebalances, everyone.
Really? Okay, so now you cannot relocate, then tether. Then how are you gonna relocate? God fucking... They have to reduce the channel time. Relocate now has channel time instead of cost delay. Fuck damn it. So now you have to then relocate. Why can't I relocate my creeps? See, once you start moving, it cancels the relocate. But how are you gonna relocate? I mean, tether then relocate. Wait, let me try. So now this is the only way you can do it. When you tether from like a really far distance, let's say you tether from there. Oh wait. Damn. Yeah, I don't understand why they nerf IO. I mean, IO is a really good hero in the pro scene, but not in Pop's game, right? So how much time do we have? Like when we relocate now? Let me see. Poor fucking IO, man. Poor fishball. Oh, so you still have enough time to relocate. You still have enough time. Okay, well let's watch this again. There's 2 seconds channeling time, right? Lucky you can still channel it while you're... Probably like less than 1 second that your enemy can see you. Damn. They keep changing IO now. It's even harder to play in Pop's games now. Let's try this again. Max range. So at max range you will have enough time. Is it less than 1 second? I think it's less than 1 second, right? I'll try it one more time. Damn, this patch is... Oh shit.
Ain't seen this many trees in a long time.
Let me try do this as fast as possible as I could. It's about 0.7 seconds time. So your enemy have 0.7 seconds to stun you or something. That's at the max distance. But if you have lesser distance than that, so maybe your enemies have a 1 second window. I believe you can cancel relocate with some certain skills, right? You see, if IO is disabled during the cost delay, relocate is cancelled. So if you stun IO before, like in less than 1 second, then the relocate is cancelled. So now it's easier to cancel relocate because it needs to be channel ability, and it's not a cost delay anymore. Fuck. This hero is already not easy to play. I mean, in a Pops game. Now it's even harder. Thank you, Volvo. Thank you, Gaben. And thank you, Icefrog, for ruining this hero in normal Pops. Hi, Elixir. Let's get back to the patch note. So now, Io's ultimate, which is his best skill, is now even harder to use in Pop's game. Legion Commander, dual bonus damage increase. Is someone talking on the phone on my Discord? Joshi, I'm doing a YouTube video now on the patch note. Where were we? Okay, Io. Now it's Legion Commander. Dual bonus damage increase. Wait a second. Dual bonus damage increase? From 10, 14, 18 to 10, 18, 26? What? Nani? So, at level 18, Legion Commander get 26 bonus damage per kill now? Hey Joshua, go. That's the whole point. Is that you, Joshi? You mean the Io relocate thing? Okay, so you can stun Io now. Damn. Lashrak. Split Earth cost range reduced from 750 to 650. That shit is so hard to use already. Now it's even harder. I mean, the cast animation delay for this skill is just bullshit. It's not like you can easily stun someone with Split Earth. You need like a dual stun. You need some initiation stun to combo with Split Earth already, and now you reduce the cast range. I think this is a bit too much. I think this nerf is unnecessary on Lash. Lich, sacrifice 25 mana cost, remove. So Lich is like Caudle right now. They don't need mana cost to get mana. Ice armor increase 3579 to 46810. One armor buff? I think they should buff this a little bit more. I think they'll buff the ice armor again in the next few patch. Probably it should start with like 579 or no, or maybe more. 5 to 12 armor at least. 5 to 12. Chain Frost cost point reduced 0.4 to 0.3. Okay, so now Lich's ulti is like 0.1 seconds faster. So the cast animation delay is a bit lower, so you can cast his ultimate a bit quicker than usual now. Lycan base armor reduced by 2, base damage reduced by 3. That's kind of a big nerf on Lycan, to me. Damn. This hero is harder to use now. Meepo base armor increased by 2. Damn! They nerf Lycan and buff Meepo? Are you kidding me? So Meepo is like, I think they buffed 2 armor last patch, and then this patch they give him another 2 armor. So basically, if you're playing a right click hero against Meepo, you cannot kill him. You cannot counter Meepo with a PA anymore. Not in the early game. Mirana. Level 10 talent reduced from plus 20 damage to plus 15. Why so many people texting me? So they think Mirana is, I think it was originally plus 25 damage, right? Now it's plus 15. I think it's a reasonable nerf on Mirana. Mirana is a little bit overpowered right now, especially when she reaches level 25 with that permanent Moonlight Shadow cooldown. Oh my god, this hero is just broken in the late game. So broken. And Mirana is a really good mid hero right now, to be honest. Really good mid hero. Level 25 talent reduced 75 seconds Moonlight Shadow to 70. Okay, so here's the thing. So you see, I think that's a reasonable nerf on his Moonlight Shadow. Or maybe they need to nerf it a little bit more. So the cooldown for Moonlight Shadow at level 18 is 100 seconds. And then it was like, when you get the talent, is like remove 75 seconds, I think. So you have a 25 seconds window, right? But 25 seconds window. But your Moonlight Shadow has an 18-second duration. So 25 minus 18 is only 7 seconds cooldown. So now they plus 5 more seconds back to the talent tree. So 7 plus 5 is 12 seconds cooldown. So basically you only have a 12 seconds cooldown now. And before it's like a 7 seconds cooldown. It's just bullshit, man. But this is like 12 seconds cooldown if you don't have an Octarine core. But if you have an Octarine core, I think it's perma-invis. Most probably. If not perma-invis, it's still close to perma-invis. So if you want to use perma-invis right now on Mirana, you need to get an Octarine core. Whole team. So at level 20, when Mirana hits level 25 with an Octarine core, your whole team is basically 5 Riki. 5 Riki Maru in the game. Just imagine that. And if one of you are holding a gem, damn, you can just pass the gem around like a basketball. Morphling waveform cooldown increase from 11 to Joshio Mike. From 11 to 14, 13, 12, 11. So they finally nerfed Morphling, first skill. But you're gonna max the waveform anyway. So in the end of the day, it's gonna still be 11 seconds. They just they just nerf him in the earlier stages. First they nerfed Morphling so hard that he's like totally unplayable, and then now they're trying to buff him back and making Morphling so broken now, and now they're trying to nerf him a little bit again. I think we're gonna see a few more nerfs coming on Morphling later. This hero is still broken. That's not considered a nerf to me. Like 3 seconds nerf? Really? On this hero? Really? Really, Gaben? Does Gaben actually play Dota 2 at all? Damn. Naga Siren Riptide damage reduced. Oh, thank God. The Cancer Naga is finally nerfed. 120, 160, 200, 240, 280, 130, 180, 230. Anyway, if you play Naga as a roaming support, you're gonna max the Riptide anyway, so it's just a little bit weaker at level 1 now, so like lane harassment with the level 1 Naga is less viable now because the level 1 Riptide is reduced by 40 damage. Usually with a full mana, I think you'd probably be able to spam like 4 Riptides on your enemy at level 1. But now, so if you count like, let's say 3 Riptide, right? 3 Riptides will be less 120 damage taken, magic damage. So that's a good nerf. That's a good nerf on roaming Naga Siren. Ensnare cooldown increase 12 to 14 seconds. I think this is reasonable as well. The cooldown for Ensnare is too low. Then the damage for Riptide is too high. Makes him a really good roaming support. Nature's Prophet agility gain increase 1.9 to 2.4. So basically what this means is Nature's Prophet gets a lot more armor scaling into the late game. So now is a little bit more tankier against physical damage hero, which I think he needs a little bit of buff, this guy, because it's too squishy. One hit and he's gone. Any hero can basically catch Nature's Prophet and kill it. Right, Joshi? Necrophos, Death Pulse damage increase from 80, 120, 160, 200 to 100, 140, 180, 220. So basically 20 damage increase per level. Death Pulse unit kill regen duration increased from 6 to 7. Is this gonna make Necrophos OP? Like my friend told me? I think one of my friends told me something about it was Gordon. Necro buff so imba. Do you guys think that's imba? Not really, right? Have you guys tried Necro yet? This patch? I haven't, because I haven't played this patch yet. Zubin Zahir, my Wraith King set. Can I show you after I finish the patch note, and then we'll go to like my usual fans Q&A, so you guys can ask me anything, we can discuss about anything. And I can show you anything that you want me to show at the end of this video, Zubin. Thank you very much for understanding. Night Stalker base movement speed reduced from 290 to 285. Another nerf on Night Stalker? Oh my god, Void now deals half damage during day. Lol. I thought it already does half damage during daytime. Oh no, first you see at 7.16 Void no longer applies a mini stun during the day. Void cooldown increased from 8 to 11, 10, 9, 8. And now Void now does half damage during day? Are you serious? Rest in peace, Night Stalker. Yeah, man, I mean, this here is basically fucking useless in the daytime now. So what, it does 45 damage during daytime? At level 1, the Void? Damn. I mean,
It's shit.
I mean, they can nerf his daytime damage, but they need to buff his nighttime damage then to make it balanced, right? He has to be a bit more stronger in the nighttime if they want to make him a bit weaker in the daytime, because that's just so unfair. So this is like a night hero, but a day slug, you know, or a day trash. Night Stalker, day trash. Damn. Nyx Assassin, Vendetta. Vendetta mana cost decrease. Decrease? That's his ultimate, right? Decrease by 2010 mana at the first 2 levels? Are they trying to buff Nyx in a way, but they don't know how to buff a Nyx? What the hell is this? 20 mana cost for ultimate? Less mana cost? I don't know, man. This sounds stupid. This is like, you don't even need, or they just want to put Nyx with the rest of the hero. That's my girlfriend. Wearing the same pajamas as me. Oracle intelligence growth increase. 3.2, 3.5. Oracle Huskar, welcome back. I love Oracle, but he's nerfed so much it's like he cannot. Yeah, it's really hard to play Oracle unless you have a core like a Troll, PA, or Huskar right now. I hope they buff Oracle a little bit more or do some rework on some of his skills. Well, he's cancerous in some combinations, like Oracle Huskar for instance. Phantom Lancer base strength reduced by 3. Damn! This guy's getting like 60 less, around 60 less HP. 50 to 60 less. I think one strength is 20 HP, right? So 60 less HP for Phantom Lancer in the starting of the game. So it's a lot more squishier and easily punished in the early game. Yeah, they buff Crystal Maiden, nerf PL, so maybe Crystal Maiden is the right counter for PL in the early game. Damn. Pudge mid hook cast range increase from 1001. Oh my god, to a constant 1300 range at level 1. Ugh. No, that's OP to me. Day Wanker, Zubin Zahir. Day Wanker, Night Stalker. Okay, mid hook cast range now is constant 1300 range. Damn. I mean, if you see a Pudge at the rune spot, you know, at minute 0, and you try and contest the rune, when you see Pudge, just run away, man. If he pulls you out of, like, away 1300 range away from your teammates at level 1, you're fucked up, man. You can basically pull you across the river behind the tree line. Damn. That is OP as fuck. And ooh, Pudge is a good hero now as a support, even position 5 with that kind of meat hook. I think Valve will nerf the range again next patch, because if the pro utilize that 1300 range at level 1, damn, we're gonna see some exciting things happening. Imagine Kodo runs in with Mana Leak and he fucking hooks you level 1 mana leak on Coddle, and level 1 hook on Pudge. If Coddle mana leak you, you're gonna stand there, right? And when Pudge hook you in, you'll be away 1300 range away from your teammate. Plus, you have no more mana, and you got stunned by mana leak from Coddle. Damn, sounds like a good level 1 combo to me. Flash hit magic resistance increase. Imagine how much better you can position your Pudge in the tree line. God damn it, at level 1. How far away can you stand to land a level 1 hook? And all you need is a level 1 hook now. And then level 1 hook, and then max your rod and take 1 level flash hit. Flash hit magic resistance increase? Nani? As if Pudge is not tanky already. Oh my god, we're gonna see Pudge in the pro scene. A lot more Pudge in the pro scene because of this buff, I think. That extra 300 range at level 1 is actually game changing. Imagine how well you can position your Pudge. Inside the tree line, blocking. I mean, if you try and farm close to the tower at level 1, you're gonna get hooked for sure. Into the tower. Into the tree line. Blocking you. Flash hit magic resistance. Okay, we've gone through that. So I think Pudge is a really good hero to spam now. As a support. Probably even as a mid Pudge. Maybe this is so overpowered, like you can play mid Pudge, solo Pudge, solo mid. Riki base damage increased by 3. Yes, buff the Riki, man. Riki is not OP. Buff him, please. Windstrike played it on CIS finals, but that was a deal, but that was before the patch, right? Or was it after the patch? Because by the time I wake up, this is where I am right now. I haven't played a game in this patch yet, so but there's so many buff in this patch. I like it. I like it better. I like a buff, like multi-hero buff patch, than a multi-hero nerf patch, you know? There's no point nerfing every hero and make them all unplayable. I mean, it's better to buff the weaker hero and then nerf the stronger hero a little bit, or maybe don't nerf the stronger hero, just buff the weaker hero. I mean, that's how I like it. I mean, I want every hero to be stronger. I mean, instead of, you know, making some heroes weaker. But as if Pudge is not strong already, you know? As if Riki is so weak that he needs a base damage increase by 3 at level 1. Are you serious, Valve? Oh my god. Before the patch, Adil Butt. Thanks for the information, it's really useful. Blink Strike damage reskill. Any information is good information, so feel free to share anything you guys want to share on the live chat, so we can have more discussion about it. Do you guys think Riki is underpowered, that he needs a 3 damage base buff increase? Oh my god. Blink Strike damage reskill. What? From 55, 70, 85, 100 to a constant 100 even at level 1? Oh my god. Are you kidding me, Valve? Oh. Smoke screen air. Oh no, wait. Blink Strike cast range reskill. Cast range reskill. From 800, 500, 600, 700, 800. Are you serious, Valve? So now we just keep Blink Strike at level 1? And we have base damage increased by 3? On the fucking Riki? Are you fucking kidding me, Valve? No. Smokescreen AoE increase to a constant 325. Smokescreen cooldown increase. It still ends up at 11 seconds, Valve. The blink strike still ends up at 800 cast range for Riki. So you mean now Riki's OP in the early game, in the mid game, and the late game? Oh my god. Did Valve just make Riki so much stronger in the early game? But it still scales back to what it is in the mid game. Oh my god. Riki now much better in laning phase, much stronger. Yeah, he's so fucking broken in the mid-late game, and now he's stronger in the early game. Thanks, Valve. Riki is so balanced. It's never been so balanced in Dota history. Now it's so balanced. Every game we're gonna see a fucking Riki. Dark Willow is slowly getting buff every patch. Oh yeah, even Dark Willow is the same. Every patch, as if that hero is like not good. Like that hero is so good. And Riki's buff. I mean, this is not right, Valve. This is not right at all. I mean, you guys understand how broken is Riki right now in the mid-late game, right? So the only weakness that Riki has at the moment is his early game. It's really hard for him to scale in the early game. So if you can stop his early game snowballing, then you have a good mid and late game. But now he's even stronger in the early game, makes him even easier to scale in the mid-late game. I mean, this is bullshit. It's like, this is a better version of anti-mage right now. You know what I mean? Why play anti-mage when you can play a fucking balance hero like Riki? Damn. I think they need to rework anti-mage. Come on. Sand King, Borrow Strike, cooldown increase. So, okay, you can't keep... And then you nerf a Sand King? And you buff a Riki? Damn, I don't understand, man. Extra 3 seconds at level 1 Borrow Strike sounds like the way it should be, right? This is wrong. I mean, this is wrong. This is like level 100 damage, level 1 Blink Strike. Are you fucking kidding me? This is so wrong. I mean, this one's wrong too. Damn. Everything about Riki is wrong at the moment. It's so balanced. Shadow Shaman, Mass Serpent Ward, damage increase. Okay, this should be increased for sure. I think they should increase a little bit more. Shadow Shaman's Mass Serpent Ward is, again, in this patch, after they buff the tower HP, his Mass Serpent Ward is fucking useless again. Right? And they buff the strength heal, like the strength hero HP heal right now. So this ward, I mean, Shaman was really good in the previous few patches ago, but now he's falling short again. His Serpent Wards is just giving gold to enemy. It does nothing but give gold. His damage is too low. Damage instant is too long. Tower HP is too high. Tower armor is too high. Like, this guy is basically useless right now, and I think they even nerfed Shadow Shaman's level 25 talent, right? If I'm not mistaken. Look at my Shaman. I was like a level 20 Shadow Shaman, and I stopped playing it because because of the buff on the towers, just is it's like an indirect nerf to his to this hero's ultimate. You see, it used to be like plus 60 wards damage at level 25. Now it's plus 50. They should make more, like plus 100 wards damage. I mean, maybe that's too much. Maybe plus 80 wards attack damage. Since the tower has so much more HP now, and the towers have so much more armor now, you should buff the damage so that people can at least utilize this hero in a push strat, right? They just completely throw this hero out of the hero pool. It's like, fuck you, Shaman, you're out. Or maybe they didn't realize how big of a nerf they did to a Shadow Shaman when they buffed the tower's armor and HP. Maybe they just don't realize. Are they that stupid? I mean, it doesn't take... I mean, even a beginner can understand that. When you buff tower damage, his ultimate, or all right clickers, or all physical damage to the tower is nerfed. I mean, that's common sense, right? Hi, Farhan. Yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry the way they just throw a Shadow Shaman out of the hero pool. And I'm already angry when they nerf the push strat, because you know I like to push and end the game less than 20 minutes or around 20 minutes, just like Team Liquid. I hate to play a long game. Why play a 1 hour game to have a potential to lose 25 MMR if you can make when you can gain 75 MMR in an hour? You mean 320 minutes game, right? Arcane Bolt mana cost increase from 70 to 90. Woo. Woo. That's kind of a huge nerf on Skywrath Mage in the early game. 20 extra mana per Arcane Bolt, even at level 1. Damn, that hurts. Slark, level 10 talent reduced from 10 agility to 8, plus 10 to plus 8. Slug is still the same, man. I think Slug needs a buff, a slight buff, in the early game. And they nerf Slug, but they buff Riki. Are you kidding me? Valve is so stupid. Gaben is stupid or what? I want to slap his face. Like, hey, wake up, dude. Oh, will I get a permaban if I say that? Damn. Wow, level 20 on Shaman. Moncast. Yeah, Farhan. Like, I think I helped a lot of people to get like gain more than 2k MMR just by spamming Shaman, but not myself, because when I solo I fucked up. Sniper headshot physical damage no longer ignores spells immune units. Headshot physical damage no longer ignore spell immune units. I thought it always ignores spell immune units. No longer ignores. So now it will ignore. If you have a BKB, you can block headshot. Is that what it fucking means? Nani? What does this fucking mean? Headshot physical damage no longer ignores BKB. So now it can pierce through BKB? Come on. So before you can block this headshot with a BKB? Is that even possible? So now it doesn't give a shit about BKB? I mean, that should be the way, right? Yeah, why don't they just write headshot physical damage pierces BKB? God damn it. No longer ignores. No longer is like no longer and then ignores. God damn it, this is confusing me. Alright, it pierces BKB. I thought it always pierces BKB, even before this. Does BKB ever is BKB ever able to block a headshot? Headshot damage increase. Ooh, damage increase. Hello, I love sniper. Hello, mid sniper. If I'm playing mid, I'm gonna play sniper for sure. Increase of damage from 15, 40, 65, 90 to 20, 50, 80, 110. Extra 110 damage? Really? I mean, 90 is already good, but 110 is better. Plus this guy has like a damage talent at level 10, I think. Or is it attack speed? Let's check. Let's look at his talent. So you have a 20 plus 20 damage, right? So it's now they gave a plus 20 damage buff on headshot, and you still have a plus 20 damage at level 10. That's plus 40 at level 10. Simple math works. 20 plus 20 is plus 40 damage. So at level 10, he's plus 40 damage more annoying per hit, per headshot. Damn. That's a lot. Damn. Sven, Great Cleave. Great Cleave damage increase. 30, 42, 54, 66. To 40, 50, 60, 70. What does this mean? Great Cleave damage increase. Does this cleave give damage? Since when? What? Am I understanding this wrongly? Okay, so it's the damage percentage. Fuck you, Valve. Put a percentage there. I thought it gives extra damage now. Like, fuck. So, Great Cleave damage percentage increase. Oh my god, does this guy even, like, the guys that write the patch note even fucking go to school? Great Cleave damage percentage increase. God fucking damn it. This is like the sniper one. Headshot physical damage no longer ignores spell immunity units. The fuck? Do you guys even go to fucking school? Fucking Americans. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to say all Americans, but... my bad. Americans that work with Valve. I think they're mostly Americans, right? Especially the people who write this patch note. It's like they never go to school. Right? Am I right? So sorry, I don't mean to be racist or anything. It's not my intention. I'm just so angry when the description of... I mean, patch note every 2 weeks is already annoying. And if you put broken English in your patch note, let's just make it more complicated. Templar Assassin, Psionic Trap. Bounty increase from 1 to 25. What? So now we can farm the Psionic Trap? Is that what it means? So if you're playing support and you have an enemy playing TA, buy more sentries, because anyway, you're gonna get the bounty back by farming on Psionic Trap. They should make it 50 gold per Psionic Trap because it's not that easy to find. Terror Blade, agility gain increase from 3.7 to 4.2. Sounds good. Sounds good. This guy needs a little buff right now. It's like really weak right now, even in the mid game. So early mid game, Terrorblade is really weak unless he snowballs really hard. I think even TA needs a buff in the late game. Terrorblade needs a buff in the early mid game. Yeah, I think TA still needs a little bit of a buff, a little bit more in the early game. Maybe, I mean, in the scaling to the late game, maybe like some changes in the talent tree, which makes her stronger in the late game. Tidehunter Gush armor reduction increase 3, 4, 5, 6 to 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it has been 3, 4, 5, 6 since Tidehunter was introduced. Ravage duration increase from 2.4, 2.8 to 2.4, 2.6, 2.8. So no point is like it gives you less of a reason to scale your Ravage over the other skills right now. So probably you can just keep it at level 1. Yeah, I would keep it at level 1 and, you know, at least max my first 3 skill first, like the Gush, Kraken Shell, and Cleave, right? Then you skill the Ravage after that, because you're gonna have like lesser cooldown on Gush and his Cleave, and you're gonna benefit a lot more from Kraken Shell. So Tidehunter players, now you have a good reason to not scale, to not take a level 2 Ravage at level 12. So just scale up your other 3 skills. Maybe wait for level 13 or 14, then you scale your Ravage, right? I mean, why not scale your Gush first, right? Cooldown is shorter. It does 1 more armor reduction right now, -7, and then it does 260 damage every 12 seconds. Ravage at level 2 is just extra 90 damage, and the fucking cooldown is 150 seconds. So yeah, maybe that's a good reason to scale Gush over Ravage at level 12, right? Makes sense, guys? Talents, level 20 talent increase from -4 Gush armor to -5, so 7 plus 5 is -12 armor now on Gush. Imagine if you have Aghanim Scepter, that makes -12 armor AoE. Another good reason to get Aghanims if you're taking the -5 armor, but usually you will go for +30 Kraken Shell damage block, because as a Tidehunter, you're a tanker, right? You want to tank. That's another reason for you to go for Gush, -5 Gush armor. But if I'm playing Tidehunter, and if I have an Aghanims, I would still go for damage block at level 20. That's not good enough. Maybe -10 armor, yeah. Then I will consider. Talent increase from +24 Kraken Shell damage block to +30. I will always... What? It was +24 and now it's +30? I would go for the Kraken Shell anytime over minus armor. Timber Saw. Reeling Death. Stat loss percentage increase from 13% to 15%. That's a buff on Timber Saw. 2% buff. I think it's good. I think less and less people are playing Timber Saw right now, because you can just counter him with a Silver Edge easily, or Magic Purse. I need to pee like 1 second. I'll be right back. I have a question for the viewers. Like, do you guys know exactly what time or how many hours ago was the patch note release today? Because I have no idea. When I turn on Dota, the patch notes is already here, like around less than 2 hours ago. When I turn on my Dota, it's already there. So it might be 10 hours ago, I don't know, because I was asleep at that time. Tiny strength growth. I mean, I wasn't expecting a patch note today at all. Strength growth increased from 3.3 to 3.6. Tree grab unit attack damage bonus increase. Unit attack damage bonus increase from 10, 20, 30, 40, 25, 30, 35, 40. Maybe you can try and follow WYKRYM. Ready. Wickrym Ready on Facebook. He always announced Dota stuff on time. Wickrym Ready. Wickrym Ready. Thank you, Dave. I'll check on that guy after this video. So he does only Dota stuff, just like me. Tree grab building attack damage rescale from 90, 120, 150, 180 to 80, 120, 160, 200. So tree grab hits building harder now, and attack damage bonus is increased. Because no one gives a fuck about Tiny anymore, huh? Strength growth increased from 3.3 to 3.6. This means that Tiny is a little bit tankier than before, but this means a lot. 0.3 strength growth now, because strength actually gives you magic block, right? So it's more tanky towards magic damage in the late game, as well as giving him attack damage upskilling into the late game. It's better damage, better magic block, better HP. And now they buffed the tree grab again, I believe. So 7.16 tree grab building bonus damage was increased from 120% to 180. Now it's 200%. So basically they want Tiny to become a tanky lane pusher. Toss damage increase 75, 150, 225, 302, 90, 160, 230, 300. Bit stronger, a bit better at level 1. 90 damage at level 1. But usually you want the toss. You want to take toss at level 1 not because of the damage, because you can toss someone into a into a bad position. Imagine if you have Tiny and Pudge, right? It's just for example. If you have Tiny and Pudge, Pudge is waiting behind to land a hook. You can toss someone to Pudge. I mean, Pudge can hook one and then you toss the other one, so you get double kill at level 1. I'm a mastermind in cheesy strats. 10:22 a.m. roughly about 6-7 hours ago. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you for the information. That's really useful. According to Warcom, 7.18 is live about 4 hours ago. So I'm not too late to do a patch note, right? I'm not too late. I wasn't too late. I'm not like 12 hours late for a patch note, or 10 hours late. Okay. So I'm quite early Probably earlier than other YouTubers that do patch notes. Then, I think. Yeah, maybe Wycrim, is that if that's how you pronounce his name. Wycrim did a patch note 4 hours ago, but Valve releases the patch note 6 to 7 hours ago, right? Kenny and Costave. Which team will use support at TI8, bruh? Andy YU. My favorite team now is VP, Liquid. I mean, these are the two favorite team. My favorite team right now.
Navi.
Are you joking, Joshi? Navi? Navi? I love Navi when Soneko is in Navi. When Roger is in Navi. I like General in Navi. I don't really like Dandy anymore. Because if he still keeps playing mid, I won't like Dandy. If Dandy starts playing position 4 and 5, like a support Pudge, roaming Pudge kind of thing, I mean, I don't even give a damn about Dandy right now. He's not the best mid laner and he don't want to swap roles. Even Miracle swap roles. God fucking damn it. You have to throw your pride away and play what's right for you. I mean, mid is no more a Dandy. I mean, I do like the guy. I mean, Dandy's a nice person, but I just don't like him playing mid anymore, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he no longer has the skill, or should I say that he'll always get outplayed.
Yes, you need new players to take over the mid sometimes. And probably Dandy is very experienced, so he can probably be the captain of Navi, or he can be a roaming support just like GH. I mean, you still get the flashy, I mean, you still shine, right? Playing position 4. You don't need to be a mid player to be like, hey, you're the best player in the team. Like, that's no more the flashy players, no more the mid.
Oh, alright.
Dandy, Andy, why are you saying Dandy is tired? Choose one? If I have to choose one of my favorite team, it has to be Team Liquid, man.
I'll agree. VP and Liquid are pretty good.
I'm not sure, but Wycrim usually announces a few seconds after anything happens on Dota 2. Yeah, Costave, maybe he's the fastest guy, but this time maybe he's reading through the patch note before he announces it, maybe? So it takes him a while. I mean, this patch note is big. This is not a small patch note. This patch note is huge. I'm still up to Ursa only. I have to finish this patch note as fast as possible. Do you think gets the chance to win TI8? Liquid, they're the top 4 teams right now, so yes. TNC also have a chance, I think. TNC is really strong. I do like TNC. We'll have more discussions about topic outside the game, like the patch note, after I finish this. I think I'm almost finished. Let me finish this. It's like 5-6 more heroes. And then we'll talk about everything about Dota that you guys want to discuss about, okay? So where are we? We are at Ursa right now. Overpower. I mean, we're gonna see a lot more Tiny scaling. I mean, late game Tiny around. Like, late game Tiny is gonna be strong now instead of, like, you know, it's gonna fall short every time in the late game. But now he can red towers better. He has better tankiness and you know, he have more strength growth now. 3.6, 0.3 increase, which is, I think it's not gonna be broken, but you're gonna see a lot more late game Tiny that's gonna be really strong at the moment. It's gonna be tanky enough. That's what I'm trying to say. He's gonna be tanky enough to and red enough for this patch. Ursa overpower attack count increased from 3, 4, 5, 6 to 4, 5, 6, 7. What? This is the first time in Dota history that Ursa gets a buff on his overpower. One more hit increase. Now that sounds OP to me. That could be really OP. One more hit on Ursa is not like other heroes. That one more hit is it's one more stack of damage from his passive. Are you kidding me? That one more stack can be really disgusting, man. And especially at level 1 overpower, you just keep overpower at level 1 because you got 4 hits. Damn, you know how many people you can kill with 4 hits at level 1? On an Ursa. Damn it. Talent's level 20 talent increase from plus 12 Fury Swipes damage to plus 16. That sounds the overpower sounds really overpowered right now to me. That one extra hit is kind of game changing in the laning stage, in the laning phase especially, for a hero like Ursa. Vanji, Wave of Terror damage reskill from 45, 70, 95, 120. But don't get me wrong, Ursa is still a hero that's easily kited with disables and hero with slow, like a Venomancer, Viper, or even a Crystal Maiden can kite the fucking Ursa, right? But he's still strong when picked against, or when you have like a proper support, like let's say a Crystal Maiden and Ursa combo, or Venomancer and Ursa combo is still gonna be disgusting with that one extra fucking hit. It's gonna be so painful. A level 2 Ursa can basically kill any hero, which is a good buff to Ursa, I think. Vanji, Wave of Terror damage reskill. So now they increase the damage of Wave of Terror a little bit more. From 45, 70, 95, 120 to 60, 80, 100, 120. So it's basically stronger in the first 2 levels. But Wave of Terror is not about the damage anyways. It's more about the armor reduction when you have a good combo. Magic Missile stun duration reskill 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 to 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. Why 1.8? Should be 1.5 to maybe 2.5 because this guy can only stun a single target, man. Come on. And Ember have a 3-second stun on his Searing Chains on 2 fucking targets, and this guy only have, and Ember's not even a stun, Ember is like a root. This guy have only 1.8 second stun. Are you kidding me? This is like the lowest stun at level 4. And it's single target. I mean, it has to be at least 2.2 to 2.5, right, guys? Do you guys agree with me? This is slightly underpowered. At least 2.2. I mean, SK has a 2.2 seconds AoE stun, I believe. This is single target, Valve. Make the stun a bit longer. Overall, it's still a buff on VS in the early game, especially level 1, 2, and 3. This hero's power spike is at level 3 anyway. So in the earlier stages, it's just a bit more useful now. Warlock, Shadow Word, mana cost increase. From 90, 110, 130, 150 to 120, 130, 140, 150. That's a nerf. Shadow Word cast range reduced from 525, 600, 675, 750 to 450, 550, 650, 750. So they nerfed the cast range and they increased the mana cost. That means it's a nerf on Warlock's Shadow Word. Not a big one, I mean it's a minor one. The mana cost will be the big one. The AoE I think is okay. It's still pretty close. I mean 75 range is basically close to nothing. That extra 30 mana cost at level 1, it's something. So you're gonna cast less Shadow Word, which I think Warlock doesn't even need mana for Shadow Word in the early game, especially at level 1. You used to like not consume any mana. You can drop like 5 Shadow Word at least or more. Weaver, agility gain increase 2.8 to 3.1 agility gain. Okay, this guy's gonna get a little bit more armor and a little bit more damage, scaling to the late game, into the mid late game. Sukuchi damage increase 80, 110, 140, 170 to 100, 125, 150, 175. I think this this buff here is necessary, especially this patch. All the strength hero can have like natural damage block already, right? I mean magic block. So I think this is a reasonable rescaling buff for Weaver. I think this is reasonable. Maybe they need to buff it a little bit more. Wind Ranger, intelligence reduced by 2. Power shot reduced from 180, 270, 360, 450 to 150, 250, 350, 450. This is a reasonable nerf on power shot because I talked about this when they buffed this. 180 damage at level 1 is like the highest damage in Dota history for any hero. There's no hero that can do 180 magic damage at level 1. There's no way. Wind Ranger is the only one, and I think it's overpowered. And at 450 at level 4, this is already overpowered when you I mean when you skill it. When you skill it first, and then it's already I mean this is just OP. And intelligence reduced by 2. I think this is a reasonable nerf on Wind Ranger. It's that 2 shit is overpowered anyway. But nerfing Wind Ranger in this way and buffing Riki is just really I really don't understand. Witch Doctor, Voodoo Restoration. Activation cost increase 20, 30, 40, 50 to 35, 40, 45, 50. So you need more mana at level 1 now. I'm surprised why they do that. Why do they nerf a Witch Doctor? I mean, a Witch Doctor's healing skill. Why do they want to nerf it? I mean, this is not like OP as fuck. This is just reasonable. I mean, it burns so much of your mana, you won't take it too early. I mean, you only take 1 level in the early stage, and you don't really heal like a lot. Unlike Juggernaut's Healing Ward, that does a lot more healing than this one. Wraith King Mortal Strike, Skeleton's magic resistance increase from 30% to 50%. That gives you another reason to take the talent tree for his babies. Vampiric aura increase from 15, 20, 25, 30 to 18, 22, 26, 30. I mean, they should probably I think the skeletons needs a little bit more buff, right? Because maybe on the skeleton's HP, I think it's a little bit too low. Buffing the magic resistance, you can still one shot all his babies with Kunkka, right? If I'm not wrong. So yeah, takes less magic damage, but still takes same amount of physical damage. Probably they need to increase either the HP or the maybe the armor of his babies. Yep. So they've been buffing his Mortal Strike since 7.16, I think. Mana cost reduced, right? And then Skeleton's bounty reduced. Skeleton count rescale. Mortal Strike gains skeleton charges for every 2 enemy units you kill instead of crits. Mortal Strike no longer has a chance to kill creeps. So it doesn't one-shot creeps, but it's good. It's still reasonable. Mortal Strike skeletons now have 30% magic resistance. And now from 30% magic resistance to 50%. I mean, he's like the new brute mother right now. Brute motherfucker. Yep. Alright. That's the end of the patch note. And my conclusion is... oh my god. My conclusion for this patch is Riki is overpowered. By any means. The rest of the heroes are okay. Pudge is really strong at level 1. This guy is basically overpowered in the early game now. Sniper, oh my god, I don't know what to say about Sniper, man. I think that extra 20 damage is gonna be game changing for sure, because when he gets his Millstorm and Mask of Madness, he's gonna, oh my god, he's gonna do so much more extra damage. God damn it, with the headshot. Lucky is a physical damage and not a pure damage. And the chance for proccing a headshot is 40%, so you get 1 in every 3 hits. So, I mean, how can you say that's not overpowered? And then, I think, rest in peace, Night Stalker. Now you fucked up. And thanks to GH, you know, and Roger and all those people that spam Night Stalker, thank you. Thank you, pro gamers, for fucking up my hero. Necro sounds good. Necro sounds pretty decent to play this patch. Rest in peace, Naga. Hello, Meepo. Meepo looks stronger now with the. I think they increased his armor last patch, and then now they increase his armor again. This is easier to lane now. No more mana to use on sacrifice on Lich, which is good news for all the Lich players out there. I think hello. We're gonna see a lot more Cross Wax Invoker later, when people realize how good it is to take minus 12 seconds cold snap duration. I mean, cooldown. Cross Wax is back. Enigma. Yo, yeah, hello, support Enigma. Position 4-5 Enigma. We're gonna see this a lot more in the maybe in the higher skill MMR games, and as well as the pro scene. Yes, we're gonna see some weird Enigma lineup coming up soon by the pro teams. Enchantress, I think, should deserve a little bit more buff. Earthshaker is cool and all. I think it's gonna be back in a 4 or 5 pick band right now. Earthshaker is back. Earth Spirit, you poor thing. You need a little bit more buff. I think a little bit more. Dazzle is gonna be really annoying at level 1 right now. 16 damage and poison touch is pretty scary. I think it's pretty scary. Watch out for Dazzle. Yeah, Crystal Maiden is the best support to play now. If you're position 4 or 5 player, you can farm efficiently with this, and as well as zoning out your enemy. So Crystal Maiden is my I think it's the best support buff in this patch, and Riki is the best agility hero buff, I think. And Clings, oh my god, we're gonna see a lot more Clings later on in the Pops game, as well as the pro scene, because that buff is just, I think, a little bit too good to ignore playing this hero, especially when you're playing solo pubs. And goodbye Chen, man. Holy Persuasion is no more a 3-second thing. It's a constant 6 seconds now, and the cooldown is 32. Oh my god. Centaur base strength increase. I don't know about that, man. That's just like nothing. A nerf to Beastmaster. We're gonna see less Beastmaster. I mean, we're gonna not see less Beastmaster, but he's gonna be less annoying right now because he needs more mana to spam his fucking X. Oh yeah, Alchemist will be the best mid to play now, because it's getting oh my god. I mean, there's been buffs and buffs for his Gravel's Greed. I think now is a good time to spam Alchemist. Yep, with a good support to stack the jungle for you, this can be really scary. Like, I'm thinking a Crystal Maiden and Alchemist. It's gonna be really good this patch. And Hand of Midas. It's probably your next go-to item if you're playing a jungler right now. I'd say if you're playing a jungle CM, always rush a Midas. It's only 1.5 minutes cooldown. I mean, yeah, in the long run. And this is a late game. It's more of a mid-late game patch anyway. So if you can get a less than 10, I mean, if you're playing a support and you can get a Hand of Midas within 15 minutes in the game, just fucking rush the Hand of Midas. For any reason, just rush it, and you can catch up with everyone else in a 25 minutes to 40 minutes long run, and then you have a battle team fight presence in the game. I mean, it's like everyone can go for a Midas now. Why not? Even Crystal Maiden, even any support or any core or mid, just go for Midas. Why not? Okay, I'll read the chat. I missed a few chats just now. What do you think gets the chance to win TI8? Team Liquid, let's go Liquid. Second TI. Yeah, I think Liquid's gonna get the second TI this year, Kostave. If the patch doesn't change too much. OG? Kenny is voting for OG or Liquid? I don't think OG stand a chance. I don't think so. Andy Wire, how many win rates Liquid win TI8? 96%? No, not that high. Not that high. Hey, thank you Dan Channy for following my Twitch. My Twitch channel. Thank you so much. I'm in YouTube now, by the way. Thank you for following my Twitch channel. You're the only one who has detailed patch notes up on YouTube. Thank you, Kenny. That didn't rush it. Yeah, there's no point rushing something that is so important, man. I want to give you guys the best advice that I can. I mean, from my perspective. Because this is what patch notes is about. If you want to if I want to rush a patch note, it's better off to let you guys just read it through yourself, right? So if I'm doing a patch note, it's better to be in detail, or I can just skip the patch note, man. You can try, but usually Wickham Reddy did it like almost immediately. That's what makes him famous. Oh, okay. So he's famous for really quick updates and everything about Dota, I see. That's good. It's good to have more people doing this kind of thing so that you guys can have different points of view, because my point of view could be wrong. I mean, it's better to have, for me, if I want to read a patch note, I would like to have different point of view. I would go to a few YouTube channels to look at different patch analysis so that I can have new idea. Maybe I can like, oh, I didn't think of that. Hey, okay. Maybe he didn't realize what I realized, because everyone, I mean, we can play every hero, but we usually spam a certain hero pool, and we are good at a certain degree of hero pool, you know what I mean? We can never like perfect all heroes, but we probably perfect in like, I have a 20 hero pool, you have a 20 hero pool, so our perspective can be different, very different at some point. Thank you for the compliments, Kenny and Coster. You main Ursa, you know already that is a major update. Yeah, Kenny. If you play Ursa, you would know that one extra hit is game changing, man. Man, that Alchemist is going to be cancer. Yes, I hate Alchemist pickers. I mean, I play Alchemist, but not as much. I don't really spam Alchemist, but I really hate Alchemist to come back into the meta. Okay, so this is why I hate Alchemist. Gaming Zone. You see, when you play a solo MMR, your team usually never have really good like team coordination, right? And then your team wants to farm, like half of your team wants to farm and half of your team wants to push. That's usually majority of the solo MMR game we get. And against an Alchemist, you don't want to stay in the jungle. You just want to finish the game before he gets his item, right? You want to pressure the lane. You want to keep finding Alchemist where he's farming. Wards, do aggressive wards. Find him in his jungle. Snipe him as much as possible. And then after you kill Alchemist, you want to take a tower or get objectives as fast as possible before he gets really fat. That's how you want to play into an Alchemist game. But I would say 90% of the players that plays solo MMR doesn't know what is the objectives and what is the strategy against Alchemist. You guys are different because you guys are here for the patch note, because you guys know more and care more about Dota, and you guys watch pro tournaments, and you guys watch a lot of different YouTubers patch analysis. You even watch guides on YouTube. But majority of the casual players don't give a shit about what's happening in this meta. You know, they just don't give a shit. They probably don't even know that Alchemists have such a big patch right now. He's gonna get 6 slotted easily within 20 minutes right now. Please, Arkil Desmok, please stream again. Now signature hero, with my signature hero. Sumil will be happy now. Yes, Zubins are here. Sumil will be so happy, as well as all the mid Alchemist players. Miracle will be really happy. Sumil will be really happy. Anna from OG, I think he's one of the best Alchemist player out there. I hate his Invoker, but I don't mind him playing Alchemist. I think his Alchemist is pretty decent in farm. So any good mid farming player would love to play Alchemist this patch. I mean, why not? If you can get 6 slotted in 20 minutes, you'll kill anyone. Right? Alright, now here's the time for Q&A and discussions. Anything you want to ask about Dota 2 or you want to discuss about, or anything you want to see from my profile. I think someone wants to see my Wraith King set a moment ago. WK set. Who was it? There you go. This is my WK set at the moment. And Arkeo Desmuk, if you want to watch me stream a game, I will be back on my Twitch channel, right? After we end this patch note on YouTube, I'll be back on my Twitch channel, which is DotaGodTV on Twitch. So you can catch me there. I will be streaming more than, I mean, I usually stream, if I'm not doing a YouTube video, I'll stream like 12 to 16 hours a day. So you can find me most of the time on my Twitch channel. How would you describe SEA server? Gaming zone, I play most of my games, like 99% of my games in Southeast Asia. And I would say Southeast Asia is a very talented, it's a server with a lot of talented people, but people are not communicating properly. You know, there's a lot of skilled, talented people in SEA, but we're, you know, like, it's like, okay, let me make it simple. Talents are overflowing in Southeast Asia, but the teamwork is still under, way under, how do you say, under perform, like, how do you put it in words? It's still under standard level. The teamwork in Southeast Asia is cancerous, right? But the talent in Southeast Asia is really overflowing. I saw so many good talents in Southeast Asia. That's my summary for Southeast Asia. In Australian server, okay, I live in Australia. Australian server is good communication, good teamwork, but there's no talent in Australia whatsoever. Okay, thanks man, I would love to watch it. Really a lot to learn from your stream. Thank you, Arkeo Desmuk. I hope I can help you a lot more, because on my live stream, on my daily games, you can ask me any questions. We can talk about anything. I mean, I'm a very patient guy when it comes to coaching and sharing my experience and teaching. I'll try and express myself as I mean, as much as I can until you can understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand, keep throwing back questions. I really don't mind. As long as at the end of the day, you understand what I'm trying to express. You know what I mean? I've been a manager for many years for big companies like Sony and small companies like setting up restaurants. So I've been managing multiple companies for many years. So I'm really patient, and I really know how to coach and explain to people or teach people. Kenny, thank you so much. You mean like below par, right? Below standard. Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways I can describe. I mean, there's so many things to. When you go into detail, there's so many details that you can talk about in different servers and different talents, and you know, things like that. But Southeast Asia is one of the most talented server. I mean, you got a lot of talented people here. It's just that the communication is broken, you know? Because some people don't speak English. Some people only speak Tagalog or Pinoy language, you know? Do you meet Indian players in game? Yeah, I have a latest fan on on my channel now. She's Indian. She's an Indian girl. Okay, let me switch to this. Let me show you a picture. Rosie! Okay, you guys do see Rosie on my YouTube channel sometimes. Hello, this is Rosie. I exposed your picture. Okay, she's pretty. She's like an angel. She's my first Indian friend. I mean, girlfriend. Girlfriend, not girlfriend, but a female friend, right? She's pretty. I'm proud to have to be her friend. If you know what I mean. I'm proud. Not in a dirty way, guys. Okay? So, don't get me wrong. So there you go. I promoted Rosie in my YouTube channel now. Which she could be unhappy because I haven't got permission from Rosie yet. So, yeah. That's Rosie, by the way. She's really nice. And the reason I show her picture is I think she's really pretty. Akil Desmuk. How would I rate an Indian Dota scene? Okay. No offense. I'm not racist. Okay? I'm just telling I want to express something from my perspective right now, okay? I think Indian boys, okay, let me say this. I have only one Indian female friend, right? So I can say I have a lot of Indian boys friends, like male friends, okay? I think Indian boys are very commanding, okay? Most Indian players, they want to be the boss. They want to be the captain. They want to be the leader in your solo MMR game, but they have very minimal knowledge. Most of them are not mature enough to take other people's experience and point of view into themselves, because Indians are more aggressive. Thank you, Levkan Hookie, for following my Twitch channel. So most Indian peoples are like, I'm the boss, and Indian Dota is the best Dota. You guys, I'm the captain, and you guys have to listen to me, and you have to follow my instructions. And I don't give a fuck what you think, but I think what is best, and what is best, I think, is always very, very best. You know what I mean? That's how Indian think. And they don't give a fuck, okay? And then they don't take your advice. Like, you say, hey, hey, can you get a Lincoln Sphere? Because maybe Lincoln Sphere is better in this game because it counters their skill or something. And they're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going for Lincoln Sphere. I want to go for Butterfly. And then you're like, hey, Butterfly is useless because, you know, that guy's skill just pure. This guy's gonna get an MKB anyway and fuck you up. And then that Indian guy in your team is gonna be like, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, mother chort. I'm not gonna listen to you. Yeah, Indians are talented players. Don't get me wrong. Indians are really talented. But you have to take advice from or experience from other people to improve yourself. You can't just go like, I'm not gonna take your advice, you mother chort. That's not gonna get used anywhere. Because even me or anyone else, even Kuroki, Miracle, they're learning every day from different players. You know, like Miracle is such a good core player, and you say GH carry him every game. You know what I mean? I think Indians are very talented carry players, okay? But if you're a carry player, you have to take advice from your support or your captain, which is the support in your team usually. So they can see the bigger picture. Usually supports can see the whole map and what's going on, because I play a lot of captaining and support. So when you're focusing on your last hit, I'm actually looking the whole map and every player's items, you know. I'm looking at what they're trying to get next. So maybe I know that guy's going for an MKB later. So don't fucking go for a butterfly when I tell you not to buy a butterfly, because that guy's making an MKB and your butterfly is going to be useless. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's Indian Dota in my perspective. It's just in my personal perspective. I mean, Indians can do so much better if they can put down their Indian pride. Like, I mean Chinese, I'm Chinese, Australian. I have Chinese pride too. I'm like, hey, I'm Chinese, you know? I'm good. You know, I'm Chinese, you know? Chinese are the best, one of the best race in Dota. You know, but you just have to put down your pride and probably take, when people say, hey, get a Lincoln Sphere, maybe just stop and think about it. Hey, maybe he's right. Let me look at our enemies now and look at their items. Is it a butterfly better this game or a Lincoln Sphere? Right? Do I need more survival or do I need more damage in this game? Maybe stop a bit and think about it yourself. Maybe he's right. I need Lincoln Sphere. I need a bit more survivability so that I don't lose as much gold. Then I go for a damage item later after Lincoln Sphere, because there's a fucking Spirit Breaker in my enemy team and I need a Lincoln Sphere so that he cannot charge me anytime he wants. You know what I mean? Or there's a fucking Bloodseeker in the enemy team, or there's a Pudge. Why not go for a Lincoln Sphere first so that Pudge cannot bite you? Bloodseeker cannot ult you. The fucking Spirit Breaker cannot charge you from anywhere he likes in the whole map. I mean, take that into consideration. As per stats goes, every even TI is won by Chinese. Yeah, I mean, every second TI is won by Chinese. So this year, what do you think? Yeah, Alchemist Desmok, you're talking about the TI curse. So there's like, since TI 1, there's a saying, there's a TI curse, that every second year it will be a Chinese team. So this year might have no exception. Look at this, look at the patch now. Every single patch we get is pushing the game into the late game and prioritizing team fight. When what do you feel? What is the first thing that came into your mind when you hear these two things? More team fight, more late game. More team fights, better, more late game. Chinese Dota, right? Zubin Zahir. When you think about more late game, sounds like a Chinese Dota to me. Alchemist buff sounds like a Chinese Dota to me. You know? Chan nerf. Buy Western Dota. We don't want your Chan, because only Western people play Chan, and no more Chan. RIP Chan. Night Stalker. Night Stalker is such a fucking Western Dota kind of hero. Bye Night Stalker. Goodbye Night Stalker. We don't want Western Dota this year. Enigma buff. Chinese Dota. Welcome back. Jungle Enigma. Greedy farming. Jungle support roaming Enigma. Yes, Chinese Dota. Crosswax Invoker. This one's, I don't know. IO nerf. Western Dota. Only Western people play IO. The Chinese don't give a fuck about IO. Only, I think FY is the only IO got. And Chinese, not many good Chinese IO player is is there compared to the Western scene? By LC buff. What do you see on LC buff? Chinese Dota, man. No Western Dota player, I mean pro players is gonna spam LC except for fucking Chinese teams. Yes, so this right now you can see the patch is moving towards a Chinese Dota direction, right? Yes, disciplined team fights early game and late game storm is just Chinese Dota. Old memories from TI2, yes. Remember the Alchemist from TI2, TI3, and TI4? I think it lasted 3 fucking years. It's like 100% pick or ban Alchemist game. There's a saying, God made heaven and hell. The rest is made in China. Nope. Flat Earth is made by Americans. That's not made in China. Like, oh my god. Yeah, the flat earth thing is just, oh my god. It's like next level stupidity. Oh my god. So China, that's another topic. Naga Siren nerf. Oh my god. This is a bad news for Kaka, the best Naga Siren player in the Chinese scene. And it's also bad news for the Western scene as well. You see the direction of the patches now is moving towards the Chinese Dota. Sniper, Chinese Dota. Tidehunter, Chinese Dota. Alright, so Wraith King, I don't know. Wraith King is picked very little in the pro scene, so can't say much about that. Anything else you guys want to discuss? Too much changes that can lead to disease in Dota players according to me. Ujiwal. Ujwal Gimmery. Too much changes. Yeah, I mean, now the patches. I mean, I don't even realize it's already 2 weeks until I saw a patch note today when I switched on my Dota. I mean, the patch note is too frequent in my opinion. They should slow it down, like maybe at least 4 weeks. I mean, a patch every 4 weeks is good, but a patch every 2 weeks is really too much. I mean, a small patch is okay. I mean, a small patch. This doesn't look like a small patch to you. This is like fucking big patch every 2 weeks. This is too much. I mean, if it's just item changes, okay, if it's just this one, every 2 weeks, you have a little, like, a 1 page. Just this page. Like an update, like this small. It's okay. We don't mind small updates. But a big patch note like this, for a casual player to go through, look how long it took us. It already took us more than 2.5 hours just to go through one freaking patch note. Not everyone has the time to spare. Only serious, professional gamers, I mean Dota 2 gamers like us, I won't call us professional, maybe semi-professional, okay? Semi-professional gamers that takes Dota 2 really serious like us will be here for the patch note, right? Otherwise, who would give a shit if people only play 3 hours a week in Dota 2 and that's the only time they have because they are working? So if they only play 3 hours a week, they won't spend 3 hours on a patch note every 2 weeks. That's impossible, right? They're doing this leading up to TI, I think. Tom Wick is fine. Tom Wiki? What is fine? I mean, it's fine for a 2 weeks patch note like this? No way. No way, man. I mean, it's good for YouTubers. At least I got something to do and talk about in my YouTube channel. I mean, I have more things to talk about if there's a bi-weekly patch note like this, you know? But it's really bad for casual players. I'm worried about casual players. You should invite some of your fans for coaching in Dota 2. Some selected fans. I do. I'm doing some coach for my Twitch subscribers right now. So if you subscribe or donate to my Twitch channel, I will coach a game for you. I'll coach a game with you. The original Dota is being modified more than need. Yeah, I think the modification is a bit too much than needed at the moment, but I saw an article that they're gonna fix it next year. I mean after TI. I think after TI they're gonna slow down the patch note, right? Because the thing is too much. And probably they're gonna slow down the tournaments as well. There's been so many tournaments. It's making me, you know, I'm so tired watching every single tournament throughout the whole fucking year. Imagine those players that have to play the tournament and watch. They have to play and watch. The pro teams are so tired. I'm so tired just watching every tournament, just trying to follow and catch up every tournament. I'm confused myself sometimes. I want to take a break, like 2 weeks break, but there's tournaments every single week. There's a grand final every week or every 2 weeks. And then, on top of that, we get patch notes every 2 weeks, right? I mean, it's just too much. Just a little bit too much. They could slow down the pace by half of it. Like maybe a grand final, like a major or minor every month sounds reasonable to me. And a patch note every month sounds okay to me. I mean, if it's a big one. Don't do big one every 2 weeks. I mean, smaller one I don't mind. They have mentioned that after this TI patch, changelogs will take time, like one in few months. Yeah, I mean 1 or 2 months for a big patch is okay. It's better. I mean, I'd rather spend 5 hours every month or every 2 months in a big patch note than 3 hours every week or every 2 weeks. That's too much time for, I mean, for the casual players. For me, it's okay. It's actually okay for me. I don't mind, but I'm just speaking out for most of the people in this planet Earth. I mean, normal human beings don't want to read patch note every 2 weeks. I mean, especially this patch note with this size is just crazy. Dota 2 players are decreasing every year because of their stupidity. They're stupid. Dota Plus, right? Like the Dota Plus hero suggestions and all that should be for new players so that they can catch up with the meta. God damn it. Like some of the things that shouldn't be charged, they charge everyone for it, which is bullshit. I don't know, why don't they like open mutation games and rank roles to everyone? Why is it only for Battle Pass owners? I mean, you can put mutation should be for everyone. Under Hollow, yes, maybe you can just give it to Battle Pass owners because we only play this for battle points, right? But mutation, please let everyone have the fun. Just by playing this, just for fun. This is just like, you know, playing an arcade game, right? You just want everyone to have the fun. I don't understand. And this is like a seasonal, like fun game. It attracts new players. We need more new players, right? Do you think some heroes need rework and sets? Like there is way more sets for a particular hero while none for other like AA? Yeah, I think so. I feel the same as you do, Alkill Desmok. I think some heroes deserve more sets. Yes. Like AA have literally fucking one item and then second item and then nothing else. I think it deserves more sets, to be honest. Stop releasing sets for heroes that have a million sets. We release some sets for heroes that deserve more cosmetics. How did you place in this season's medal? Was it worth it? This season's medal? Medal? Oh my god, I'm shit. I started I think I started my... I was ancient, right? I was ancient 1, but I was ancient 0 since like, I think February or something. And then they deducted my MMR and put me into a legend. Okay, I don't mind. Put me into legend. And then when I first calibrated, it's Crusader 4. Everyone's like, oh my fucking god. Everyone's laughing like hell when I got Crusader. Was it Crusader 4 or Crusader 2 when I first calibrated? I can't remember. Okay, Crusader 4. Then I got like Archon, and everyone's like laughing game. And now I got Legend 1, 2, Legend 2 now. Yep, it's bad. My calibration for this time is bad. But everyone's that follow me knows that I don't really prioritize on my MMR. I prioritize on other stuff. I mean, MMR is important, but it's not my first priority, right? Rank roll should be free for all. Yes, it makes players to choose and stick to their roles, making rank games less stressful and annoying. I do agree with you, especially for beginners. I play every role, right? But usually new players only stick to one role. So yeah, please let rank roles be available for every player, especially new fucking players. I mean, you should let people choose role even in unranked games. I mean, if I'm Gaben or if I'm Icefrog, I will put role selection in normal or pick game so that people can practice the certain role that they want to practice and be good at it all the time. Because I don't think for new players, I don't think it's good for you to play every role, every single role. Instead, if you can master a role, that will be, you will excel. If MMR is your first priority, you will first need to make sure that you practice and spam a single role first, then you learn other roles. Like Dota 1, Viper looks so good and terrifying, but in Dota 2, Viper looks like creeps with wings. Needs rework. They already reworked on Viper and still looks shit. They just want Viper to look like that. They just want the Viper, and now they want Viper to look like a fucking Sand King and a Venomancer hybrid. You know, I just feel weird. Now he looks like an aeroplane or a helicopter. I don't know, but it's just they're making Viper looking more and more disgusting. I mean, more and more ugly. Maybe they will have some good idea on the immortal wings later. I don't know. Viper is just the immortal items for Viper right now is just ugly, man, in my opinion. And even all the Viper sets like this, every single Viper set now is ugly as fuck. It's just basically overall an ugly hero. The ranks reset, yeah. The ranks reset fucked me up. Any other questions or anything you guys want to look into? Before I end this video, yes, I got something I want to talk about. The predictions. Has it ended yet? I know I've got 6 right when I checked yesterday. I got Optic Gaming right, VGJ Storm, Pain Gaming, Fnatic, TNC, and IG. Okay, and then we fucked up. I think this one's wrong. Team Spirit is wrong. For the Dream is wrong, and I was waiting for this 2 to end. Let me check. Let me check and see. What's the latest update? I'll need to check my history tab. So what we're missing is EU qualifiers and NA qualifiers. Slot 3 and EU qualifiers have only one slot. I haven't checked Liquipedia yet. Which I'm gonna do now on this live stream before we end this video. And we're gonna have a look at this together, right? What were you saying? Will they release major battle pass next year? Majors battle pass next year or just TI? I don't know, man. Ujual Gimere. I think maybe. I don't think they're gonna release any more major battle pass because major are not run by Valve themselves right now. They're run by sponsors. What do you think is the future of Na'Vi? How can this legendary team be revived? Oh my god, there's too many things to talk about. Na'Vi, Akio, Desmond, that will take hours to talk about. But in conclusion, Na'Vi has to find a new mid player. Okay, Dandy has to play a captain role or position 4, but I think he fits better in the position 4 role right now. Let's look at the Europe. What? Blinkpool fucked up in the losers finals. OG took it. Whoever predicted OG got this right. I was thinking like OG and Blinkpool has the highest chance, but I don't think OG. I don't think OG will be this strong. Looks like I'm wrong. OG is back. OG is back. And what is the other one that we want to look into? Is it North America? Yes. I want to see. So EG and Optic. EG, Optic, and VGA Storm. We got all 3 right in the predictions. Yes! I got 7 out of 10. So now, here's the update for sorry. Here's the update for the predictions in the predictions are not updated yet. They didn't tell us which have we got right and which are wrong. But I'll tell you guys now, whoever follow my predictions or watch my prediction video, or whoever is new, we got 7 out of 10 right. We got 3 of the NA qualifiers right, correct? And then this one's wrong. This one is OG. And then this one's right, IG is right. And then I think the second team is Team Serenity. So we got this wrong. Pain Gaming, we got it right. Team Spirit, we fucked up. I think it was another underdog team. I can't remember. CIS, can someone update me? Fnatic and TNC Pro Team. Oh, was it TNC Pro Team? Let me double check. Just to confirm. I think I need to confirm 2 more. CIS and the 2 SEA qualifiers. So I believe SEA qualifiers, we got it all right as well. Yep, so it's gonna be TNC Predator and that's TNC Pro. TNC Pro is TNC Predator, right? If I'm not wrong. And Fnatic, yes, this is both right. And CIS qualifier champion will be Windstrike. Yes, another underdog team. Windstrike and Team Serenity. Damn. And I'm really happy for OG because I really like No-Till and Jirax in OG, but I don't trust Anna. That's why I didn't choose OG to win the qualifiers. Instead I chose Blinkpool. So yeah, there you go. So that's OG. That's Windstrike, and that's Team Serenity, right? 7 out of 10, not too bad. Whoever copied my predictions will get 7 out of 10, at least. Whoever guessed that's OG, maybe you get 8 out of 10. And I don't think anyone guessed Team Serenity or Windstrike. For CIS qualifiers, I don't think anyone will guess it's gonna be Team Windstrike. If it's, I mean, no one will put Team Windstrike, right? And Team Serenity, who the fuck knows that they're gonna win the qualifiers against like so many strong teams in China? Yeah, I think I answered your questions, Akil. For which team is gonna be how to revive or the future of Navi. I mean, that's at least what I'm thinking. And they need Suneko. Like Suneko, Roger, they're really good supports. It's not their fault. Don't kick them. If you want to kick Dandy, I mean, out of Navi. That's one good way to change the momentum that Navi can bring, or can bring. So Neko and Roger are like my favorite players so far. They're like the best. They're the soul of every team fight, and Dandy has such a low performance lately as a mid player. Maybe as a if he takes support or position 4 role, he can do so much more, I think. Yeah, and he can be a flashy. I mean, he can be the best position 4 player. I mean, for Dandy, I think he can take that role. But as a mid player, he's no more in his top form. General is a really good player. He's not doing good because he doesn't have a good draft. He doesn't have a good laning phase. The captain is fucking bullshit. The plan, I would, trust me, if I take Suneko or General, I mean, if you give me General in my team, I'll just make him shine, man. General is such a good, talented player. He's in the wrong spot in the wrong team right now. I mean, from my perspective, that's all I can say. Give me General. I'll show you how to play with like a General in my team. Such a waste in Navi right now. Give me Dandy. I'll just put him in position 4 and make him shine again. Roger's VP's MVP. See? Navi don't want Roger. VP take them. And look at how Roger's shine in VP. There's too many talented players wasted in Navi right now. God fucking damn it. Do I think Xbox lacks coaching to his team? Of course I do. I hate this guy. Xbox or Havok. Havok is a fucking shitty core player, in my opinion. I never liked this player in Navi. I never liked this player since day one. It's just stupid. I think Danny can be a better coach than Havok's. To be honest, I can just say this out loud. I don't like that guy as a player. Havok's is just a shitty core player, and now he's a shitty coach. Just compare Havok's with Artstyle. Artstyle is coaching VP right now, right? Fucking Artstyle is a legend. He's the reason why Navi won the TI champion and in TI 1 anyway. Havok's, who the fuck is this guy, man? I don't think he's worth anything. It's not worth a single penny. No. Navi and Alliance is doomed. They won't be revived. They will be revived if they put the right player and the right coach. Havok's to me is like eternal envy. You know, a different eternal envy. And worse, he has less potential than eternal envy. I mean, eternal envy is right. For me is like the worst player in Dota pro scene, but her Vox is way worse than EE. Now Dota have more talents than them. Yeah, if you put the right players, the correct 5 players in a team, yeah, you will see different results. And putting them in the right position, giving them the right like laning strategy and stuff, yes, you'll see a difference. Any other stuff that you guys want to see in this video or want to talk about before I end this video? Or should we end this now? And I'll go back to my Twitch for my casual MMR, and we can chat there on my Twitch channel. It's DotaGodTV for you guys. And for you guys, new viewers, old viewers, old fans, new fans, remember that you can join the channel here, so we can play together anytime or anything. In my channel user, and then just type bracket g.o.d bracket, and you can find my channel here. I can't find it because I'm already in the channel, and then you can join us whenever. You can live chat me anytime when I'm Dota, or you can join any of my social media, my Twitter, my Facebook channel, or my Discord channel. It's all in the links below. Or you guys can just find me. Most of the time, I'll be streaming on Twitch live. So thank you everyone for supporting DotaGodTV. Thank you all the fans, the friends, new viewers, old viewers, live viewers, not live viewers. Thank you everybody who play with me, who watch my stream, support me, and thank you everyone. I'll see you guys on the next video, okay? But I'll be switching over to Twitch in like 5 to 10 minutes because I need to do the setup on OBS. So I'll see you guys on Twitch in 10 minutes. Bye!